Hi, my name's Dave Purnell. I'm one of the guitar instructors for Awakening, obviously. I'm really glad that you can tune in and I can share some thoughts via video. I'm really bummed I can't see you in person this summer, but it's always been a joy of mine to help out with these camps. I pray that God will bless you richly through your participation. I'm going to start off with just some basic thoughts that really could apply to any instrument, not just guitar. So I'm going to go through them here, and then we'll get into some specifics in some later lessons. Number one, enter into service with an attitude of worship and humility. You're there to glorify God. You're there to lead others in worship. You're not there to show off the latest lick or be glory-seeking. So make sure that you enter into worship with the right attitude. Have fun. Enjoy the gifts that God has given you. Next, listen, listen, listen. Always be aware of what everybody else is doing in the band so that you know where you can complement what's going on. What is the drummer doing? Can you lock in with the groove? What harmonies are the singers singing? Can you add a part if you're a singer? What is the bass guitar doing? Maybe you can strum a groove that locks in with what that bass player is doing. So always listen. Next, be what the band needs you to be. If there are only a few players in the band, you're going to need to drive the rhythm more. If there are a lot of players, you need to scale back. You need to leave room for everybody to play their part. Think of a football team. Not everybody can be the quarterback. Not everybody can be the lineman. Not everybody can be a receiver. Everybody has to play their part for the game to go well. And in the same way, if you're in a band, everybody has their role. Leave room for those other parts to shine through. Okay? Together you're creating a picture. Next, if working with a keyboard player or piano player, listen to what they're doing. Listen to their voicings. Don't play over them. Find a different range to play in if you're an instrument. Now that concept might be a little beyond you, and if it is, don't worry about it right now. In the same way, if you're playing with a bass player, you can often leave the lower notes for him or her to cover. You ever seen those chords that say D/F sharp, A/C sharp? Forget about the F sharp or the C sharp. Just play a D chord. Just play an A chord. The bass player, they're going to go down, they're going to play a low F sharp note or a low C sharp note. You don't always have to try and do a more complex chord. It often will sound better in a band setting if you just play the main chord and they play that other low note. Next, leave room for the vocalists. Leave room for the other soloists. Vocals are the most important aspect of the song. Make sure you never cover them up. Always compliment. This is a big one. When in doubt, leave it out. Okay? You don't have to play. Often the most musical thing you can do is to leave space. Don't play. Then when you do play, it can mean more. You're also not covering up other people. You've heard that before, you'll hear it again. Find the groove. Lock into the beat. In particular, listen to the drummer, if there is a drummer in the band, or if a rhythm guitarist is driving the rhythm. Listen to that main rhythm guitarist and complement what they're doing. You don't have to do exactly what they're doing, but find something that will fit well with the groove that they're establishing. Listen to the interplay between the drums and the bass in particular. They are the rhythm section. They're driving the song along, and you want to follow what they're doing. Use dynamics and accents and vary the rhythm to make the music go somewhere. Variety is what's going to keep it exciting. I often tell my guitar students that a song should kind of be like a roller coaster. You should have your ups and your downs. If if you were on a roller coaster that just went in a circle, basically like a train, it's not very exciting. You want to go up, you want to go down, you want to do corkscrews, you want to go upside down. That's what we want to do with music. We want to have soft sections and then build it up loud, and have sections that are not as busy, and then build them up so that they are more exciting. But variety is really important in any musical context. Don't play too many notes. Kind of fits in with what I've said before. This is not the time to be flashy, to do big, long, extended guitar solos. It's a time for worship. Our job is to help people focus on the Lord, not saying, look at me and what I can do. I think it's very important to develop your gifts, to be a skillful musician, to be a skillful singer. You don't want to detract from the worship by making a lot of mistakes because you haven't practiced hard. But it's not a time to show off either. Enter the worship time with the right attitude. So those are my general thoughts. And then in other videos, I'm going to get into some specifics on guitar technique, playing, helpful hints, that sort of thing. So again, I'm really glad that I can virtually be a part of your camp experience. And I wish you the very best, and I'll be praying for you even if we don't meet in person.